Sound. Although there's just only two sounds we're going to have. Hello, everyone. And how are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing tonight?
Doing okay. Don't have much exciting to share. So anything that you want to share?
Nope, nothing exciting in my world.
Sounds like it's Sudoku time. Let's hop right in. So the first puzzle we're going to do today is Unique Sums by Samu Piano. Normal Sudoku rules apply. The sum of the digits in each cage has a unique total. The gray square contains an even digit. Okay. One, two, three.
Yeah, there's 9.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So the green has some wiggle room.
Yeah.
The 3 cell cages.
Yep.
But they can go from 19 to 24. And blue is 10 to 17. And then red is, of course, 1 through 9. Okay, but we know from the fact that these have to start at 10. 10, 11, and 12 is 33 just to start out.
And if you do a 1, that's 34 minimum.
Yeah.
That still leaves 11.
Okay. What about these? 19 and 20. Well, actually, if I consider all 4 of them together, 19, 20, 21, and 22. Oh, there's 5 of them. That would be 23. Oh, that's because I'm messing up. I'm starting at 19 instead of 18. 18, 19, 20, and 21. 21 and 19 combined to make 40. 18 and 20 are 38, which is a total of 78 minimum from this group.
Which leaves 12.
In 6.
Well, and the minimum 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, those are.
And so it's going to have to be 19, 19 with 20 for 39, and 18 and 21 for 39. So this is 22, 23, or 24. But this is now minimum 4. If we have 4 through 9, 21 is 21. I'm just going to use Sudoku Notepad because I don't want to think about it. 4, 8, and 9 is 21. So 5, 7, and 9, also 21. 6, 7, 8, also 21. And I think that's all the ways that can be done. in which case it would pair with 18, which would have to be 5, 6, 7, 4, 6, 8, and 4, 5, 9. And then, of course, our 19 and 20 will be 3, 8, 9 with 4, 5, 6.
That's 15.
Well, we can't use a 3.
4, 5,
so,
6. Yeah. Yeah, 4 is the minimum that can be used.
3, 8, 9, 4, 7, 9. That's the one. You can have 5, 6, 9, or 5, 7, 8. But then to have the top two be 14, that would be 5, 9, and 6, which is already there. So, that should be all the ways that can make 20 without a 3. And then, of course, 19 is going to be the rest. 5, 6, 8, 4, 7, 8, and 4, 6, 9. Okay. But then, looking at this now, with this minimum 1, this was what, 33 plus?
Yeah, 10,
Yeah,
11,
10.
12.
So 37
Uh-huh.
is our new minimum. And so that these two are 8
Yeah.
minimum now.
Well, and the minimum on the one on the left is going to be 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you can't do 4. Well, only if the red one is 4.
Yeah. So this couldn't be a 4, because then this would have to be a 5 for minimum. So that is going to be 1, 2, or 3. And of course, this only gets smaller. I mean, it's minimum 5. So it's 5, 6, 7, or 8. 5, 6, 7, 8 is only 4 possibilities. So this can't be an 8 or a 9. Because if it was, 33 plus 8 is what, 41?
Uh-huh.
And because this is minimum 4, that's already 45. So, yeah, you couldn't put an 8 up here. And this is minimum 22. Well, that would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And wait, that's not right. No, 8, 9, and 5 would be 22. The 6, 7, 8 is 21. Oh, but that's because I'm doing 5, 8, and 9. Okay. So I have to have a 9 in this. this is minimum 4 through here.
Right.
I could not put a 2 and a 3 in this to make 5. This is minimum 10. So that actually puts a 1, 2, and 3 in these two. And I have to have one of 1, 2, and 3. So that's going to pair with 7, 8, and 9. So that's a maximum of 12. That means this has to have a 4. Because it can't be over here. It has to be minimum 22. These two have to be 1, 2, and 3. Because I know I can't put them in either of these.
Right.
And I can't put 2 of them in here. So there has to be at least 2 of them on the outside over here. So now this can't have a 4, because if it did, it would have to pair with a 3, which is 7, which we know is in one of our singletons. So the 4 has to be in this one.
Well, box 8 has to have the 17 in it. Well, no,
Does it?
no, it doesn't. Never mind. Because 8 and
10,
9 don't
11.
have to.
That would be too much. It could not have
Yeah.
the 17 in it.
Right.
This, that would be 38. 38 and 4 is 42.
Right.
So our 8-9 pair has to be up here somewhere. What actually is the biggest that could be in here? If that's a 4, 10 and 11 would be 25.
Well, the minimum in the 3 outside ones would be 4, 5, and 1, which
Yeah,
would be 10. So 35. That's only a 2. Because 10, 11, 12 is 33. So we can only add one more.
33, 37.
And of course, those 2 could be in the.
37 and 5 is 42. And a 1. So I have 2 degrees of freedom. Is that right?
Yeah.
So that would be 10, 11, and 14. And I do have to have 1, 2, and 3 going through this column.
Yeah. Well, 2 of them anyway.
This has a 4. It's either 4, 8, 9, 468, 459, 479. It's got lots of possibilities. Okay, that was less insightful. Could it be 489 though?
Well, it can't have a 9 in it. Well, yeah, it can. Never mind.
If this was 489, you'd put a 9 here.
Well, if that was 489, then the blue in box 6 would have to have a 7 in it.
Yeah, it'd be a 3-7. So
And
this
that
would
would
be
become a
5 and
5,
6.
6. Yeah.
So this would be
And 9,
20.
20.
So, but we know that box 5, green, min, 22. So that eliminates 489 from being a possibility here. Excuse me. We know there's one high digit over here. How many high digits from 7, 8, and 9 have to be up here in this green? That would be 2, 1, and then 422, that would be 5, 8, 9. 5, 8, 9, 6, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. And then you have 6, 7, 9. So our 22 has to have one high digit. So the green in box 5 on the bottom row, or I guess more accurately in row 6, can only have one high digit in it. So there has to be one in the blue in box 6, one in row 6 minimum in row 6 in box 4. Oh, it's box 4. So for box 5, I can't do 489. I could do 468, so that's a possibility. 459, that's a possibility. 479 isn't allowed. 478 isn't allowed, but 469 is a possibility. But what that does mean is that this one is the lower version, and this one up here is the higher version. It had to be 489 or 479 in order to work. But what we do know for certain is that I have to have one high digit, an 8 or a 9, in box 5, row 6. So that eliminates 24 as a possibility, because it would have to have a 7 and an 8, or it would have to have 2 of the high digits 7, 8, 9 in the bottom row.
Right.
on the outside. This takes up 1 degree of freedom, then takes up 1 degree of freedom. If we take out 2 degrees of freedom, bring the 12 and the 14, the 11, 13, and you have 10 on the outside. So we know 10 is in box 8. This is maximum 12. So we can't use the 10, 11, 12 as an option. So that takes one of our degrees of freedom out from here. So then this can't be a 3. And I don't think these can be a 7, because 4, 7 is 11 plus 1 for 12. Yeah. And we know this isn't 10, so 1 comes out. It would have to be 1 and 9. This 10 has to be in this group. Box 8. Also, you couldn't use a 7, because if you put a 7 in here, you would have to pair with a 3 to make 10. And I think that was the key, because if I go back up here to the top here and look at what could be in this box, I can't put a 4 and a 7 together without another higher digit, because 4 and 7 is only 11. And it would have to be 4, 7, and 7 for 18, 4, 7, and 8 for 19, or 4, 7, and 9 to get to 20, but I'm not allowed to pair it with a 7, 8, or a 9. So I have to put an 8 or a 9 in here to pair with the 8 or a 9 over here, and that takes out 8 and 9 over here. So this is 9. And that eliminates 8 as a possibility. So 5 is out. So, because 13 and 9 is 22, which is our minimum. So this is 4,
6, 8
5.
Let's say 4, 6, 8 is out.
So it has to be 4, 5, 9.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, this option is not available. So 4, 5, and 9 takes out. And it can't be, it can't be 8 and 2, because that would be 10. So that's 3, 8 for 11. So now our 11 is gone. So now we do have our minimum. Here, which is going to be
35.
Now 13 is going to have to be 6, 7, because it can't be 4, 9, or 5, 8.
Right.
So 12, well, that's going to have to be 3, 9, isn't it?
Yeah, because it can't be 5, 7, or 4, 8.
So that makes our 10, 2, 8. And, well, what can this be? it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and it can't be a 9. So 6, 7, and 8. I guess it could be another 6, 7, or it's a 2. I thought that was fixed. But now we get
Oh,
6,
in
7, 8 in here.
box 5, we got the other.
Right.
6,
4,
7,
5,
and
9. I guess I didn't need to refer to the notepad for that. Now, these have to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Which gives us 6, 7, 2, or 3.
which means the top of column 5 is a 1.
Right.
Now, we know one of the red ones has to be a 1.
Yes.
And we can eliminate well, the other from 4, 5 is in one of those also.
Yes. Oh, I guess it's the other 4 and 5. For some reason, I thought they were both in there.
Yeah, that's
that
a
was
lot.
wrong. Yeah. I'll go ahead and leave it, just in case they start getting whittled down. If this is minimum, well, 13, so that puts our 4 in here.
All right, column box 8.
Box 8.
Yeah. The center column is the 2, 3, and 1 of 6, 7.
Yes.
And that 6, 7, 8, that makes 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. So directly below, so it's 4, 5, 9 for the last digit. That's a 4, 5, or 9, yeah.
Okay.
So
That was 18 and
yeah,
20. But that was 18 and 21.
yeah.
So this has to be minimum 19. So this can't be a 5. Well, no, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, 5, 6, 8 is still possible. Okay. I was just thinking minimum, which was not correct. Although, if it was a 9, it would have to pair with a minimum 6, 7, which we already know is too much. So this actually is a 5 and 6, 8. A 9, 4, and 7. Okay, so that's resolved. 7, 6. We know that this is. Well, I was about to say we know that that's 3, 8, but we already have 2, 8 over here and 3, 9.
Mm-hmm.
7 is out of that row.
Those are 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Right. 14,
Well,
15,
and we
16,
know
7.
Nope, we just know that the bottom blue one, the bottom one in box 3 can't be 17.
Yeah. Or actually, this one can't be 17 either.
Right.
So the ones that are 17 are one of those two, which means this can't be 8 or 9.
And 16 and 17 both contain 9.
Right.
And only 2 of those can contain 9. So one's 16, the other's 17.
That forces that to be 9.
Yeah. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 15 is going to have to be 7, 8.
And this one can't be 7, 8. Because that would break that.
Right.
So that means this is 8 and 7. And 8, 6 and 8. And 7, 9. It's not right.
So we need 14.
Wait, this was wrong.
Oh.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Neither can be 9, and the bottom can't be 6. Nor can it be 7. 13, 10, and 12, 11.
So the bottom one can't be 5.
Because 5 and 8 is 13, so that has to be an 8. 7 and 8, not 8.
And it can't be
That would
5
be
and
13.
8 for 13 because 13 is already used. So
Yeah.
that's either 14 or 15.
And this has to be 14 or 15. So 5 and 9 is 14. That's 4, that's 7. That's 13 again. I did something wrong.
All right, back it up a little bit again.
What if I just get rid of all of that? We know that this is right. Okay, let's just say we don't have this right. 6, 7, 8. Okay. Two, 3, 6, 7, 8. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those have to be a 5, 9 pair.
Well,
These have to be 6, 7, or 8. If this is a 5, they can pair with 6, 8, or 7, 8. Five, 7, 8, and 4, 6, 9. Okay, so the other 6, 7, 8.
because those were 19 and 20, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the 9
got ahead.
Because the okay, we know in box 5 we know the 9 is correct, but are the 4 and the 5 definitely correct? I know it's 4 and 5, but do they have to be? Because that could be 4, 5, 9, and 4 compare with 7, 8 for 19.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to this. Because there's multiple reasons why this up here could have been incorrect. So then these.
Well, okay, go ahead.
But if there was something more backwards you thought we needed to do.
Well, in the green in the top one in box 2.
Yeah.
The
I
left
guess I
is
can
6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Okay. And 4 and 7, 8 is possible.
And it pairs with 5, 6, 9.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But these we know start at 14. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This and that are not 9. And again, we know we have a 17, which is going to be 8, 9. We know we have a 16, which is going to be 7, 9. Calculator. Okay.
Okay.
So 14, 15, 16, and 17. That's 8, 9. It's going to be 7, 9. 7, 8, 9, and 5, 6.
In box 2, column 6, or the third column, we know one of those green ones has to be from 4, 5. Because, that's.
Yeah.
And we can't have both 4 and 5 in that box, in that cage.
Right.
So that means that the outside one, or the in column 5, box 2, the 4, 5, 9 that's part of the bottom or the right hand cage, cannot be 4 or 5, because we know a 4 or 5 has to be in one of those two on the right.
So you're saying this is a 9 automatically?
It has to be 9 because we can't have both 4 and 5. Because we're looking at 19 and 20, right?
Yeah.
Well, 4 and 5 is 9, and we can't put 10 in the other in a single digit. So
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
that does have to be 9.
So then these two are correct in that we have to place a 9 here paired with 7 or 8, and a 9 here paired with 7 or 8.
Right. Okay, in box 2, though, I'm still looking at that cage.
Uh-huh.
with the 9 in it.
Okay.
Well, 9 is going to pair with 10 or 11.
Right.
The only way to get 10 is 4 and 6.
Uh-huh.
And for 11, it's either 4, 7, or 5, 6. There cannot be an 8 in that cage.
Right, because 9 doesn't have an 8 partner in
Right.
this group. Okay. So that means 8 has to be here, takes that out, and this is a 6-7 pair.
And the 8 is either 5, 6 or 4, 7. Okay.
Because they're both paired with 11.
Right.
Okay. But, okay, so we've got our 2 with 9s now, so 9 comes out as possibilities here. So this is 6, 8. 7, 9, and 8. And then 15 has to be 7, 8.
Okay. This who knows what the glitch was.
I think I messed this one up. Because this is now an 8 with 11 is a 4. Yeah, I think it's I think I got excited on this because I think this I put a 5 here. Because this 9 was correct before, but I think I put a 5, which was 6, 8. And then this would have been 4, 7, and now I have 2 7s, which breaks the 4, 7. So yeah, I got too excited on this one and said it could be a 5 and ruined all of it. So 6, 8 makes that way. That's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 2. 2, 2, 7, and not a 6 either. 2, 5, 8, 7, 8, 1, 8, 2. Probably really shouldn't be bothering with those because of limited possibilities, but oh well. Alright, well, what are these 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're 1, 3, 5.
Okay, and okay, never mind. I was gonna say it's stuck on but it's moving again.
Okay. Discord's being wonky.
Yeah. Well, row 3 is left with 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Either of those can be a 2. So apparently that's a 2. Oh yeah. Those 2s removed possibilities. 3. 1, 3, 4, and 5 leaves a 6 here.
Column 3
4,
is 3,
5,
4, 5, and 9.
3, 3, 4, 5, and 9. Not a 9 there. If that's 2, 4, 5, you can't have 4 and 5 there, and we get a 1, 3 pair. Takes the 3 out of that.
And both we have 2 reds that are have a 4, 5 pair in red.
That takes out our 4, 5. A 2, 3 pair places a 1.
All right. Well, 1, 2, 3 can.
1, 2, 3, 9, 8, 9, 7,
One comes
9.
out of those.
Right. 6 and 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 and 4. These two have to be different. So this can't be 2 or 3. So it's a 5. A 3,
Yeah.
3 and a 2. A 4, a broken digit. It's a 2 somehow, but not also. Beep, beep, beep. 2 has to be one of those two. If this is a 5, then that's a 2. Neither of those is 5. That's a 3. That's a 2. No, that's a 3. We know that this one's 4 and 5. 3 can't be a 2, so I'll trust that that's a 4 or 5. So this is a 3. We get 1, 3, 4. 3's out. 4, 5 makes that a 1, and that a 4. Okay, trusting that. So then what's left over in this box? 6, 7, 9, and 8. 1, 1, 1. 2's out of those, and that's not a 4. Well, this can't be 4 or 5. That has to be 2 or 3. 2 has to be one of those two. Okay. If I take a look at this one, 6, 7, 1, 8, 9, and 4. It also can't be a 5. Those two have to be unique, so that's a 5, and that's a 2. But then that would be a 3, and another 2, which is broken. So what did I mess up this time? Can't put 1 or 3 there, so 4 and 5 are out. And I guess just simply looking at those, well, that's 2, 4, 5 like that, automatically. Get a 4, 5 pair automatically. If I look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Neither of those is a 2. That can't be 4 or 5 because those are unique. This, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. 4 and 5. Those are now a 1, 2, 3 triple. 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 9, 6, and 7. But if those are different, you can't put 2 or 3 here. But this has to be a 4 because of the 1, 3 pair. And that now has to be a 1. 3 and a 1. 5, a 3. 2, 3, 5, 4. Did I mess this up? Is that wrong? Okay. Alright, I trust this. That is that, and that is that, and that becomes those. Okay, and then I don't want to touch any of these red digits. They're all junk. This has to be a 6. So 2, 6, and 7. They're all removed. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what those are. 1, 3, 4, 5. 4s, 5s. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 2, 4. Not a 2. So then this has to be a 2. And that has to be a 2. So that's not avoidable. 4, 5 takes a 4 out, places no, it doesn't place the 4. Except the 2, 4, 5 does remove those as possibilities. So that is a 4. And then if I take a look at this, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, not a 4. These 2 aren't 2. This can't be 4 and 5 because these 2 are 4 and 5. And then if I ask you, 1, 6, 7, 8, 4, and 9, 5 is also not allowed, 2 and 3, that makes that a 5. 5's taken out of all of those. That's forced to be a 2, so that's a 3. That's a 1, that's a 1. And something's broken. Okay. And then these, we know have to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those 2 are not. I trust that. And then you said here, one of these has to be a 4 and 5. There's nowhere else where it could go in the whole column. So if this was a 4 and a 5, that would be 9. We have to make 19 because this one's 18. Minimum 19. Well, if we have 9, we can't put a 10. So this can't be 4 and 5. It's automatically 9. Okay. Then, if we look at these, and I ask, where does 17 and 18 go? It has to have a 9 in it. Well, that can't have a 9, and that can't have a 9. So both of these have to have a 9. Well, that's not a 9, so that is. And it's going to have to be paired with a 7 or an 8. Same here, a 7 or an 8 to make 17 or 16. Then, okay, so then what can this be? It's either 14, which can't be 5 and 9, or 15. Well, it can't be 6 and 9, and it can't be 7 and 8, so it has to be 6 and 8. So that's 7 and 9, that's an 8. Now again, 14, 16, 17, 15. Well, it can't be 6 and 9, so it has to be 7 and 8. 7, 9 takes the 7. 7 out. 6 and 8 makes that 4 and 5, makes that not 4 and 5. 6, 8 pair makes that a 7. 7, 6. Did I mess up that this could be a 6? That's not a 6. Six, 8, 7, 9. Well, this has to be a 6 up here. This is the 6, 8 pairs. 9, 8, 6, 7, 1. We have 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 and 5 is stuck in those two, so 4 and 5 come out. 1, 2, 3 takes 2 and 3 out, so 4 and 5 is guaranteed. 4 and 5 comes out of that one.
Yeah, in box 2,
Yeah.
the 8 can't pair with 9.
Right. So 6 and 8. 7, 6.
And
then
8
these are
and 9,
fixed.
right, for 5 with the 9, 6. Wait a minute. The 15 and 5 is 20. The 4 and the 5 can be flipped. Oh, no, they can't. Yeah, they can. So you just have to flip them down in box 5 also. Because in box 2, we're looking at 19 and 20, right? Right now, they both
Yeah.
have 15. So that 4 and 5 can flip.
Okay.
Because we were looking at 8 and 9 both have to pair with 11.
Yeah.
But no, they can pair with 10 and 12. Because we were looking at the 9 has to be the 20, and the 8 has to be the 19, so they both pair with 11. but the 9 can be the 20 or the 19, and the 8 can be the 20.
Mhm.
I think that's where the boo-boo was.
Okay.
And row 3 has a 1, 2, 3 triple.
Okay. It's a good thing I'm a math tutor, right? Alright. These all 3 are different. But this one only sees those 2. So how do I fix this problem? Can this be 2 or 3?
All right. Look at column 7. 1, 2, 3. Now, just what was there. There's a 1, 2, 3 triple. The 3 has to be in box 3, so those can't be 3. That has to be 3 in box 2. Box 3 has a 2, 4, 5 triple. The 1, 3 makes that a 2 in box 6.
Now we get our 2, 3 pair. 4, 5.
And in box 1, the red is 1.
Right. Ah. That has to be a 2, that has to be a 3, that has to be a 2, that can't be, that's 4, that's 5, that's 4. 5, 4, 4 and 5. 4s, 3s, 5, 3, 1, 3. First try.
That was the mistake that was there in box 2, thinking they had to both pair with 11 when it was the reverse of which was 19 and 20.
Alright.
Just because we had to restart it more or less and back up and redo it 3-4 times for just over an hour on this one.
Yeah. I know that this one can't be 4 or 5 because those 2 are different and both look at that one. That
Right.
gives us a 6, 7 there. 4, 5 takes the 4 out and 5 out. Places those now, places that. 6, 7, 4, and 8, 6, 3, and 8, 7, 6, not a 4. These two aren't 3, not a 4 either. 6s and 7s. 4, 5 pair.
Box 9 has only one spot for a 3.
Faces 2 and 3, 8 and 9. 7, 1, 6, 7, 6, 8, 2, 5, 9, 1, 2, 5, 1, 5, 4, 2, 4, 5, 5, 4. All right. Now, regardless of the mistakes, I still think that that was a difficult puzzle. I don't know if it was as difficult as we made it, but thank you, Adblock. Column 1. I'm going to call it a hard puzzle. The mathematics involved was quite difficult. Figuring out that this had to have a 4 in it, and that this couldn't have a 7 in it, forcing a 9 here, and that this had to then be 6, 7, meaning this had to be 4, 5, 9, and a 3, 8. That is, I don't think, easy in any way. The rest of the mathematics, I don't think, is as difficult as we made it, because of multiple mistakes in box 2.
The assumption that the 8 and 9 both had to be paired with 11.
Yeah. And I somehow made this 4, 7. But this is 19, so 4, 7 would have made that 20. So, and a 6, 8. Yeah.
Right, yeah. No, it was...
Yeah, just going through this more carefully would have made that easier. And I do think the 9s in here were a bit tricky, if not as difficult as row 6.
Once we had that 9 in box 2, we had, okay, these are the only 2 cages that can have a 9 in them, so we knew that they had to be 16 and 17. It's just a matter of which was which.
But I still think seeing that is I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with hard on this one. It's not quite very hard. But I could see an argument for it here, that this row and that and knowing all of the mathematics involved to get there could be considered extra difficult. But yeah, all right, we did that with no mistakes. So let me make sure that this is minimized and paste. No, wrong buttons. No, I can't click Control C, Control V on this page. Kind of annoying. But it is what it is. Alright, then, next puzzle is going to be 3s in the corners. Hopefully we get through this one a little bit quicker. So this one is by James Kopp. Normal Sudoku rules apply. No digit can appear a chess knight's move away from itself. Place 2 thermometers into the grid, one of 6 cell length and the other of 9 cell length. Both thermometers have their bulbs in column 1 and are straight traveling in a southeasterly direction. Down and to the right, okay. Numbers increase from the bulb to the end of the thermometers. This puzzle does not have solution checking.
Well, then a 9 cell length would have to start in there with a 1 and follow the diagonal.
And then the 6 cell is going to have to start at a 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minimum. So if I did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that could work. Is that the only way that works? Well, it can't start on a 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is possible. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is also possible. So there. Anti-knight means this version's not allowed.
Right.
Okay. So that is guaranteed. How do I place a 7 in this box? 4 can be similarly placed. Three is one of those two.
Well, 3 in box 4 is going to be similar to box 2, only.
Yeah. I just didn't want to overlap it with the 5.
Oh, right.
But where can I place a 6 in here? Neither of those. Although I guess that's not as restricted.
Yeah, and there aren't any that see both of the possibilities for box 4, so. Well, with 5 being the center digit, you can't place 5. Yeah. That's not really very helpful, though.
But can I place it in this region? Because let's say this was a 5. Or actually, let's say this one was a 5. Then it would be removed from here and removed from those two. And it would be removed from this. No, it's the other argument that okay, I believe it is the case that you can only have one digit.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
One digit that's not in the Fistomathel ring, and in an anti-9. So if it's not in the Fistomathel ring, then it wouldn't be in any of these, right? And
Right.
let's just say, for argument, that it's this one, right? Then it would be one of those two, one of these two, one of those two. And then let's say that there is another digit which is not on the Fistomathel ring. And then let's call it and I guess I need to make an argument that it's in the middle here. So let's say it's this one. So that one. It has to be these two. Say it's there. Okay, so that would work. And then if I wanted to place another digit that's not on the Fistomathel ring, let's say it's this one, then it would be that one, and that one. And, well, I guess, the important thing is that it's ruled out of these areas. And if it's not on the Fistomathel ring, it's also ruled out of these. And black and green are going to have to overlap here in the middle. So that was the point of all of that.
Okay, if we go back to where fives can go. Okay, column 2. Yeah, I'd say that takes out all those.
Got these two as well. They see both of those.
Right. All right, if it's the one in box 1. It takes out the left hand one, the left hand 3. It doesn't really give us anything though, does it? Okay. Never mind. I was hoping we might get something out of that.
Could it be the other way around?
Yeah, it still doesn't give us much of anything.
Okay. Well, we tried it.
Well, what about? Okay, we know 4. Where does 4 in box 2 in 4? All right, it was those 2.
Oh, wait. Wrong way. Because this one sees those two.
Right.
Just not seeing what it is we need. I guess we need to just go through them individually. So, but I mean, 7's gonna have a similar thing.
Right.
That doesn't seem productive. If I look at 8 in here, pulled out of that. This is 2. I guess by extension, 8. Then 8 can't go there. But that doesn't seem useful. So maybe I do need to consider the 3s? I mean, it's called 3s in the corners. Maybe it's really, really goofy to not be considering 3s right now. Well, neither of those work as a 3. Because they would see those two or those two. And got 3s and 3s. And now this, see that one and that one. This one, see that one. So 3s are out like that. So in this row, one of these two has to be a 3. So that actually removes those two. In this column, it removes those two. Now 3 looks like one of those.
Alright, if in box 9, if the top one is a 3, it is the 3. What happens if the bottom one is?
We get this pattern. Has to be
Seem very
one of
helpful.
those two. But yeah, no. It is either both of these or both of these. Although, if
Now,
it's... Go
the
ahead.
if we start, it just dawned on me we were only looking at increasing directly. If we start with a 2 in the third.
We can't start with the 2 there. Anti-9.
Oh, that's right.
And then it can't be a 3.
And
And it can't be a
right,
4. And then this is too short.
right. Okay.
Yeah, it had to start in one of these 3.
And since it
And
had to start with a 4,
it has to go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If it's the bottom one, then we know it's not purple, because this would end up being a 5.
right,
If it's the top one, oh, it would go through where purple would have to go. It goes through purple either way. So if this was a 3, that would also be a 3. But it has to be either an 8 or a 5 there. It can't
right.
be either, so we know purple's wrong. So those are our 3s. But now it can go through here, this diagonal, and it not impact the 3s at all.
Right.
So that's only half of what we need to know. Well, that was incredibly annoying. But at least progress. Okay, well, 7 had to go in one of those 2 positions, so that's not helpful. Because it didn't block a possibility.
Right.
I mean, 8 still looks like one of those 3, so that didn't change. What is this digit? It's not 4, 5, or 6, seen by all of them.
It can't be 9.
Three, 7. Can't be a 9. 3, 8, 7. Because these see all of those. But these two don't see the 1, so they're not relevant. But these two see all 3 of those.
And 4.
Right. Now this one can't be a 6. This one can't be a 7. And if it these two, either can be 6 or 9. Or 7 or 8. It's 1, 2, 3. Either can be 3. Are these relevant? Can't think of a way they should be. Which is annoying, but if this was the 3, if that's our 3, then we get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 going like that. We get our other 3 over there. What does that do? Well, not much for 9s. Or 8s. Or 7s. Or 4s. So maybe if this is 3, that is 4. And they would have to be the top row. But if that's 3, then it has to be the top row. That's it. Okay, if we look in this box, where can I place a 4? It's not there, and it's neither of those two. So it has to be one of these two positions. Mark that in green. But then 3 has to be in one of those two positions. Well, if that's 3, then that's 4, and then obviously this diagonal gets blocked. But if the top one's a 3, then that blocks that diagonal anyway. So that diagonal is blocked regardless. So we get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we still have 3s going that way. But we get a 6 there. 7s.
You can place 6 in box 1.
6 in box 1 is neither of those two, not there. So 7, 8, 9. Center, if I click right buttons. First try. These are 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, and 9. And actually that 9 places that. So, about 4's up here. It's not there, not there. That's ruled out. Not useful yet. Is one of those two, or it's one of those 3. Either of those can be 8. 9 goes across. It's not helpful. This 9's one of those two, which takes 9 out of there. And 9 has to be one of those two, so it can't be there. That can't. Does not feel useful. This box feels a bit more promising for no reason, but believe it or not, Five's one of those two. Those 3. It's restricted enough. Nine is one of those two. Only thing that sees both of them are those two. Both of which can't be a 9 because of that 9 already. If I mark this as red, where can red go? Not there. It's neither of those two. is blue. Blue's one of those 6, and that's not helpful at all. But red can't be that one. You see both 1 and 2. And I imagine a similar thing happens blue, except for these 3s. This sees both 1 and 2. Doesn't feel useful enough yet, though. One's literally unrestricted. Blue's a little bit more free. Sevens. Six. Oh. 5. 4. 5. That. That. Five. Goes to 5. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What I'm not thinking about or considering or.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we saw the 3s so that it gave us the 2 thermometers.
Right.
So then, if I just pick this column, 9, 5, 8, and 3. 1, 2, 4, 6, and 7. Well, that's not very restricted. How about this one? 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 7. 2, 3, 5, 4, 7. 3, 6, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5. It's 9. Top one's not an 8. I know that one's not a 7. Also not an 8.
So one of those 3 on top has to be, so.
Yeah. So I can take 8 out of these 2. So this one's 5 or 9. Yeah, 9, 4, and 7. It's out of that. This isn't a 7. These have to be 1, 2, 4, or 6 because they all see the cross in the middle. So that's not a 6. What could this digit be from this box? Not there. Pulled out of those. 9, 3, 6, or 8. Yeah, it sees both of those. So that can't be a 1. This one sees both of those. So what can this one be? Sees that. It sees those by 9. 3, 4, 7, or 9. It's not a 7 because of the 7 right below it. So what about this one? That's going to see all of that. So 1, 3, 7, 8, or 9. can't be a 9 because it sees a 9. And this one sees that and those two. So 5, 6, 7, and 9. 6 and 9 aren't allowed. It sees. This one can't be a 7 because it sees a 7. Okay, this one is C in the middle box. There, those two. 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. The 3. Reset. Reset. 7. 6, 4, 9. Either of us is a 3. That's not an 8. Three, 6. 6, 5, 1, 1. This one isn't a 7. It's a 4. Okay, well, 1, 4, 3, 9, 8. Neither of them can be a 5. Two, 6, 5, 3. 7, 9, 8. 6, 9, 8. And neither of these two can be an 8. This one's not a 7. 3, 7, 8, 9. This is 6. I really don't know what to think.
Nope.
I don't want to just fill the grid with but I'm not sure what else to even do. Okay. Where are 9s in the entire grid? Okay. 9's there, there.
Box 4, the bottom center, sees all the possibilities in.
Right. This can't be. If I look at this column, I see these 2 9s. Have to be one of them. This would see that one and that one, so that would ruin that column. Same here, let's see both of those. That's not a 9. So somehow, that's a 9. We get a pair of 3s.
And if box 4, they both see the bottom one in box 1.
Right. So that's a 9. That's not. That's not. Nice there, if I remember correctly.
Well, back up, because it just kind of, didn't you just...
Okay. No, those are 1, 2. No, these are 7, 8. Okay. So then 2 8s, 2 7s. I have 3 6s. So how about 6s in the grid?
Box 2, the 3, yeah.
Has to be one of those two. Also moves that one. 6 rooms there. Those 2.
Box 3, cell 7 sees both of the ones in box, and the center one sees both of them in box 6.
I'm not seeing anything useful.
Well,
Mark those 2. And those 2. Everything else goes away. Looking in this box, 3 and 9 aren't 8. Center column's not 8. This 8 sees that. This 8 sees that one. I guess that 8 saw that too. So 8 has to be one of these 2. And therefore it's one of those 3. If I look at 8s here, on the bottom row, it's not a 6, it's not an 8. So how about 8s down here? Not there, it's not there, and it's not there. So that's an 8, that's a 7. 8's get taken off at the top.
Seven can be placed in box 4 now, I think.
7, 7, 7.
Box 7 can have a 7 placed in it, I think.
There. Yep. Roll our 7s. That's a 9. That's a 9. That's a 6. Eight's one of those twos. That. It's one of those two. It's not one of those two. Which I guess that 8 there helped with.
Four can be placed in box 4 now.
Oh, because it's here. Because I remember the work we did at the very beginning. Those 2 3s.
So it's in 2 places in box 7.
Nope, 1 place in box
Nope,
7.
just 1.
Places the 9, places the 6, places the 8, 9, 8, 5.
1, 2
That's a
pair.
2, that's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 1. This is a 5, this is a 1. We get what, 4 and 2 left
2.
over? These 3. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5, 6, 9. That 1 takes that one out, that 5 takes that out. Now these 2 are 2 and 5. 5 fixes them.
1, 4, 6.
Apparently that's a 4. So 1 and 6 is there. 6. 1 and 2.
7. Oh, yeah. 7 was right there in the middle. That's probably why I said it.
4, 5, and 8. 4, 5, 8.
The bottom one can't be a 4. It sees the one in box 5.
So 8, 5, 4, 8, not. This is a 5. These 2 are 1 and 6, and I don't see a 2 or a 4.
And a 4.
This 4 fixes them.
5.
2. Don't see a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think this is on Logic Masters Germany. James Scott put his puzzles on here or no? Okay. This one you have to actually go back and check that with the Tracking Cryptic puzzle. And not seeing any differences in that. So I'm willing to say that that's correct. But that was an immensely difficult puzzle.
Yeah.
Which, seeing that the 9 had to be in one of 2 positions over here, and that eliminates those 2 possibilities, forcing it to be over here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have ever seen that if I didn't look in through the video and see that that area was of importance. Not above getting a hint when I'm stuck. But yeah, alright. That is the 2 puzzles that we did today. Yeah. Oh, I had a bunch of dropped frames, and chat disconnected and reconnected several times. So that's a bit frustrating, but is what it is, I guess. I'm still dropping frames. Whatever. Sounds like it's a good time to hit the stop button then. So that will be that. Make sure to do all of the fancy YouTube engagement, and have a good holiday. It is almost Thanksgiving. But with that, I think I'm ready for bed. Anyone who watches this back, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.